What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Disgaea 7. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to get rank 40 equipment in Disgaea 7. Now, be warned, okay? Rank 40 equipment this time around is actually pretty difficult to get, or at least it was. Now, however, we have a few small little tips for you guys. So, what do you need? Firstly, you are of course going to need a rank 39 piece of equipment. You will obviously get this just by going through the item world, opening treasure chests, and so on and so forth. However, one thing I will mention is there's a mystery room in the item world that has a giant tower that you have to climb. Okay, you are going to need the triple jump ability for that, but at the very top of that, there is 9 legendary treasure chests. And every single time that I have come across this tower, it has only given me rank 39 equipment, okay? They are all legendary, and as I say, it is always rank 39 equipment. Maybe I am just beyond lucky, or maybe that is the intended development. I don't know. So, once you have your piece of rank 39 equipment, you are going to need to make it into a legendary if it is not already. To do this, it is actually really simple. Just go to the item world NPC and start passing bills on said item. All you have to do is go down to the second to last one, which will increase the item's rarity. Now, as you can see, I can't increase that anymore because I've just done it. Easy solution, okay? Go to the research NPC and launch the item that you just upgraded. Let that go for 30 floors, so just go ahead and do 30 stages. Come back, take the item out, and then you can reincarnate it. Once you reincarnate an item, you can then go ahead and start passing bills on it once again, allowing you to increase the rarity all the way up to 100 if you really wanted to. However, for the sake of rank 40 equipment, you only need legendary. Now, disclaimer, it does seem like there is a level limit for rank 40, okay? What I mean by this is you can't just get to the final, 30th floor on a rank 39 item. The item guard will not have the rank 40 equipment if you do that. What you need to do is, while going through the first 29 floors, you need to get a bunch of levels on the item in question. Now, also, you can do part of this via the item builds as well. You can gain 100 levels in total using this method, but it will cost you a couple of million of item points. Once you have done that, once you have got your weapon leveled, I will say I'm not 100% sure on what the actual level required is. So far, the only items I am encountering the rank 40 in so far was my rank 39 sword, which was over 400, and my Arcadias, which are at 382. So I believe the cap is around 350 and above. I have had an item just over 300, which did not have the rank 40 piece of equipment in at the end, so I am going to assume it is around 350 above, but I can confirm, at the very least, 382 is the lowest level that I have managed to get a piece of rank 40 equipment from. Okay, so you've got your legendary piece, you've got your legendary rank 39 equipment. It is legendary, it is over level 350. What next? Now we need to prepare our thief, okay? You can use a normal thief character for this. However, honestly, I don't see the point in that. I actually have much better success by using the stealing hand items. What you then need to do is 2 things. Firstly, you need a high stat unit. You can do this with evil teas and equipment. You can also abuse the squads and make the person in question the leader of the squad. What I'm doing right now for stat boost is I'm just put everyone in the Prinny squad with Dominant Smile from the Etna DLC. However, you can of course do this via other evil teas instead. Some things that will also help is the Thief's ability, which you get for mastering the Thief class. This gives you 100% extra chance to steal. Now be warned, this will not give you 100%, okay? it essentially doubles your steal chance. That's all it does. It basically just gives you an extra 100%. So again, if your original steal chance was 30, it is now going to be 60, okay? Other than that, you can also use another DLC ability, which comes from Fuka, which is basically an extra 50% steal chance as well. However, that one does come from DLC, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Now, the item gods in question have incredibly high stats. You are going to be looking at monsters, or NPCs should I say, with anywhere from 50 to 99 million in stats. This means that with our current stats right now, we would have no chance of being able to steal, okay? We would have 0%. What we are going to do instead, okay, is we are going to lower the stats of the boss. So there are two unique abilities in the game. One of them will lower stats for male monsters, and the other will lower them for female, okay? This comes from, I believe, the succubus, and I'm afraid I cannot think of the other one. I apologize. It's all in Japanese, so I don't know. But what you want to do is you want to have this on a bunch of different characters. We are going to need to lower their stats, okay? So this is highly important. We are not going to be able to steal without lowering their stats first. Also, I have included on these units some critical buffs, but that doesn't really matter. That's not going to play into this. Some movement buffs, and also the dominant smile from the Etna DLC, as I said, just to further increase my war lady's stats. Okay, we've got our debuffing units, we've got our buffed unit, we've got our items. What is next? Firstly, save your game. It's always wise to save. Now, I've got a pre-leveled rank 39 axe right here. I have come out on floor 29. This is so I could get my levels ahead of time, okay? You always want to come out on floor 29 to ensure that you have the levels on the item. If you start with a level 0 item and you run all 30 floors, that item is still level 0 until you leave the item world. So no matter how much leveling you do, okay, once that is done, leave on floor 39 to actually get those levels. That way, you can then very easily just come back in and go to the next stage to get your rank 40 item. So, we've just finished the floor 29 right now. We are going to floor 30. Let us take a look at what we have here, shall we? So, the boss is right there. And we got a male, unfortunately, so this is going to be useless. However, notice his stats, okay? They're incredibly high. And of course, there is the rank 40 axe. Ooh, very high rarity as well. Actually, that's really nice. Unfortunately, I don't know what these abilities are on it. I'm going to have to get a Google Translate out for that later. So, now we just have to steal that. The only problem, well, one of the problems we're going to have, first of all, let me just bring all my units out, put them in a tower. And then once they're all in a tower, then we'll move them. Okay, so all my units are in a tower. Now let's move on up for the boss. Now, as you can see, his stats didn't change. That's because my character's evil teas are about female characters. So that is no good for me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use against his Xyz, leave the item world, and then we're just going to go back in. So again, same item, we're just going to go back in. We are now on floor 30. One of the good things about Disgaea 7, unlike some of the previous titles, is the bosses will not lose their equipment when you go back in. And this time we did get a female unit, thankfully. So we are just going to load up our tower once again, and we are going to head over there, which hopefully will not take us too long. Sadly, though, I do not have my warp movement equipment on, so this might take a little bit of time, unfortunately. But we will eventually get there. Thankfully, that is not the item god. Right, nearly there. Oh, the item god did enlarge. Well, hopefully we're still close enough. We are still close enough. Okay, sweet. Sometimes when the item gods enlarge, sometimes they'll be a little out of range, so you can't actually hit them with the buff. But as you can see, I'm now at 42 million hit, and the boss is only at 18 million speed. So we are now going to go into the items, and I'm going to select my Stealing Fist, and we are going to highlight the target. So as you can see right now, we have an 82% chance for the belt, 50% for the veneer thruster, 77 for the helm, and only 12% for the axe. You also have to think, the boss is on 18 million in stats, and I am on 42 million. I also have my evil teas giving me a massive steal chance as well. Think about it, my stealing chance is doubled from that, and I've got an extra 50% from that as well, giving me a huge increase. So what I'm going to do right now is we are just going to go back to the stealing gloves, and we're going to just try to get the axe. We didn't get it. For some reason we got a belt. I don't know why, but that's fine. So we're just going to end turn, and we're going to try this again. Unfortunately, my hit did get lowered there, but we still have 12%. So once again, there we go. We got it. Okay. So now that we have that, we can do one of two things. We can either Gensi out, we can go through the warp gate, or we can kill the item god and then go through the warp gate. I'm going to kill the item god just because I want this axe to be boosted as well. I will be using axes on pretty much all of my main characters, so that's why I want this rank 39 to be boosted as well, at least until I get the rank 40 properly leveled and duped. So for now, it's simply a go-to for me. But though, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it has helped. All being well, you guys will be swimming in rank 40 equipment now. But if it did, then please be sure to smash that like button, and of course drop a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more guides. As always though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.